Hello and welcome to
Samba Drumming Episode 5 with Tim
and Dave.
During the last 2 episodes, you've been working on Buy On, and hopefully by now you feel that you're sounding amazing. How are the rotations working? Do you feel that everyone can now play every instrument?
During this session, we're going to be looking at a new piece, a piece we call the Batacada. We're going to be looking at how to get some new intros, endings. We're going to be using, during our Batacada, breaks that we've already used during the series, as well as an extra break, just to make your bateria sound fantastic.
The Batacada is a groove that can be heard on the streets of Rio de Janeiro, especially during carnival season, which is in April every year. The Rio de Janeiro Carnival is in the Guinness World Records as the largest carnival in the world and always happens 40 days before Easter. Similar celebrations also happen in Sao Paulo and Salvador. The Rio Carnival is an amazing spectacle, and the groups that take part take a whole year to get ready for the next year's carnival.
The carnival itself is made up of thousands of people that come from the favelas or from the slums in Rio, and in their villages they create huge samba bands. They have huge floats, they have huge costumes, and they have huge dance troupes. Then during Carnival, they all enter the Sambadromo. The Sambadromo is a mile-long strip of tarmac with grandstands either side. During a normal day, it's just a road. But during Carnival, it's filled with thousands of spectators and thousands of performers. Now, the Rio Carnival is a competition, and so each band, whether that be just a bateria, whether it be bateria, dancers, floats, all proceed down the Sambadromo to impress the judges. All of the samba bands that take part in the Carnival all make their way down the Sambadromo in the most amazing procession. They play their drums really loud, there's singing, there's dancing, and the costumes are just out of this world. Some samba bands spend upwards of $4 million just in preparation for the carnival, and around 500,000 spectators descend on Brazil for Carnival. Hotels are full, and there's a real buzzing atmosphere around Rio de Janeiro.
Now let's start learning our Batacada Groove. We'll start with Group 1. Groups 2, 3 and 4, you can join in learning the rhythms by clapping the rhythms.
For this piece, we need 2 different sounds from our surdos. So what we'd like you to do is to get into 2 halves. Low surdos on one side and high surdos on the other side. You can split your surdos however you like, but to help the surdos, Group 2, 3 and 4, see if you can make a split in between your rows so you've got half of the group on one side and half of the group on the other side. For our Batacada groove on Group 1, we're going to work what we call a walking bass line. Now this can be really tricky when you first start playing it. So we'll have the low surdos playing one note
and the high surdos playing another note.
Now it's really important when working this pattern that you work together as a team. It will start to sound like a herd of elephants running around the classroom, but that's okay. It's practice that makes it better. This is what the surdo pattern should sound like.
Now if we're counting in 4s, the way we usually do, you'll notice the low surdo is hitting beat 1 and beat 3. The high surdo on this side of the room is hitting beat 2 and beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now press pause on the video and practice the surdo part. Everyone who doesn't have an instrument can clap along.
Welcome back. How did the walking bass line go? It takes some time, so be patient with it. And if you need to pause and keep practicing, that's all cool. No worries at all.
Next, we're going to add our tamborim line. Now, we have some words to help you learn the rhythm. The words go like this. Ba, 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 baby bell.
Let's try group number 2, tambourine part, call and response. I'll do the call.
And I'll do the response with you. Baby bell.
Ba, 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 baby bell.
Now, press pause on the video and have a go at just looping that pattern for the tambourines, group number 2. And tambourines, if you want to get into the groove, play 2 patterns down and 2 patterns up. Press pause and have a go.
If we add group 1, the walking bass line from the surdos, along with group 2, the tambourine pattern, it should look something like this.
That's how it works together with group 1 and group 2. Now press pause on the video and have a go at putting both groups together. Group 3 and 4, you can join in with whichever group you like, or you could just concentrate on the surdo pattern to help group number 1 out. Good luck!
Welcome back! Did you manage to get group 1 and group 2 playing together in time? Well done if you did. If you haven't yet, don't worry, just keep practicing and we'll get better throughout the session. Now let's learn the pattern for group number 3. Group number 4, rest your arms and just observe for now. Pretty soon, you're going to be working really hard. So group number 3, your pattern is exactly the same as group number 2, except you're going to be playing your pattern over 2 notes, and you're going to do the phrase twice and then rest for 2 sets of phrases.
It will look something like this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So because we're playing the bell pattern on 2 bells, we're going to change the words just so you can understand the pattern. It would go like this. High, high, low, high, 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 low, high, high, low, high, 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 low. So if we just said the phrase that we're going to play, but change the pitch of our voices to mimic the 2 sounds on the agogo bell, it would sound like this. Ba ba ba, ba baby bell, ba ba ba, ba baby bell. Now that just gives you an idea of how it would work. Press pause on the video and just have a go at playing group number 3. Group number 1, 2 and 4, you can join in with your voices. Or you can join in by clapping high bell up here and low bell down here.
Press pause and give it a go. Now let's have a look at how group 3 works with groups 1 and 2. Pay attention to the bells. 2 phrases on, 2 phrases off.
We want you to press pause. Have a go at putting group 1, the walking bass line, group 2, the tambourines, and group 3 all playing together. Ask your leader to count you in. Don't try and go too fast at this stage. Take it nice and steady until every group is comfortable with where their pattern sits within the batteria. Press pause and have a go.
Welcome back! How's the batteria sounding? I hope it sounds like it's really rocking. Remember, if the rhythms sometimes fall apart, just stop and try again.
So now let's have a look at Group 4. Group 4, I hope you're feeling really relaxed. This is quite tricky, but what we want to do now is to push our bateria on, like a train. So with our ganzas, we're going to play a constant rhythm, and it powers our groove forward. Group number 4, get your ganzas ready. So for the ganza part, we're going to be playing Coca-Colas. But as our speed increases on this groove, our arms are going to increase in speed as well. This makes it quite difficult, and the whole point is to be relaxed. If you're trying to go fast, your arms are going to tense up and it's going to start hurting. What we're looking for is this constant movement. Now, whether you're using two hands like this, or whether you're using one hand like this, our pattern works like this. Before we ask you to press pause and Group 4 to add their part to the bateria, we want to look at the Keisha and the Hepanique part. Now this can work in two ways. You can work with the ganzas and just play the Coca-Cola, like this.
You can play the tambourine part like this.
Either way sounds great in this piece. Whether you've got just a Keisha, just a Hepanique, or you play them together. This is what both sound like at the same time.
Now press pause on the video and try the whole groove with groups 1, 2, 3 and 4 and the Keisha and the Hepanique. Welcome back! Did you all play In Time Together?
To kickstart our Batacada Groove, we want to look at an introduction. Now this introduction is a call and response, but the call to start with is different to the response. Your leader on a Keisha or Hepanique will play the pattern coffee and a little bit of, and the bateria plays sugar. So if I'm the leader
And I'm the bateria,
if we clap it, it would look like this. Let's break that down slowly. So we play coffee and a little bit of
sugar.
Press pause on the video and just have a go at the introduction. Coffee and a little bit of
Sugar.
Welcome back. Did you all get your sugar in the right place? Now, a little bit of improvisation for your leader, because what you can do is add some extra calls and responses to the beginning of this introduction, just to make it last a little bit longer. Have a look at this video of mine and Dave's introduction for the Batacada into the groove.
So now press pause and have a go at getting the groove going with the introduction first, straight into the groove. Good luck! So let's take a look at our ending. The ending is easy peasy. It's the exact same phrase as the bells and the tambourines. It's ba 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 baby bell. But everyone plays it all together at the same time on every instrument. Take a look at the video and pay special attention to the ending. So now press pause on the video and practice whole band playing just the ending. Try it several times.
Welcome back. And how does your ending sound? It should be a really exciting and abrupt ending that takes your audience by surprise. So now we'd like you to have a look at the next video. This video will show you the introduction with call and response to begin, into the groove for 16 loops, and finishing with the ending. Have a look.
Now we'd like you to practice the introduction into the groove, into the ending. You could maybe try some rotations in there as well. Press pause and practice. Welcome back.
Now let's have a look at a new break. This break is what we call the coffee break. And it works so well in this piece because the bateria is so loud, it actually has some silence. The signal for the coffee break is simply this, and you'll hear 4 blows from your leader's whistle to signify when to start. The coffee break is a joint break for all groups to play the same 1-bar phrase. The coffee break works like this: hit, rest. Now if we break that down, all we are playing on all instruments, we play hit, say rest in our mind, and then play I like coffee and. Let's try it, call and response. I'll do the call.
I'll do the response with you.
Hit, rest, I like coffee and.
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 Now let's try and clap it, saying the words, but not saying the word rest. Like this. Hit, I like coffee and.
Hit, I like coffee and.
Hit, I like coffee and.
Hit, I like coffee and. Played on instruments would look like this.
Now press pause and have a go just at the coffee break on your instruments. Play it once, stop, then try again. See if you can get that silent beat. Let's now look at a proposed structure. Now we say proposed structure because actually the power of the structure of the Batacada is in your hands. A structure that we're going to play would look like this. We'd have the introduction, followed by the groove, and we're only going to loop it 8 times, you can loop it 16 times. We're then going to start using breaks that we've used previously. So we're going to use a break 1, a break 2, a break 3 and a break 4, all for our different sections. They're going to play their patterns for the Batacada 4 times. We're then going to go back into the groove and we're going to bring an old favourite back, the crescendo break. 7 hits and then a silent beat. We're then going to loop the groove again before we move into playing that coffee break for just 1 time. All together it sounds amazing. We'll loop back into the groove, back into another coffee break, back into the groove, and we finish on our ending. But you can decide how your piece structures. If you want to put a coffee break at the beginning, that's cool. If you want to break up your section breaks, that's cool. It's up for you to decide. If you're feeling confident, have a go. If not, we'll post our structure on the next pause screen and you can just play through as we do. But first, before we ask you to play it, have a look at what this structure sounds like. Now press pause and have a go at playing the Batacada Groove. We'll post our structure on the pause screen if you want to play that, but if you want to make your own structure up, feel free. Enjoy it and good luck! Amazing!
Hopefully your bateria is now sounding fantastic. You can always add some simple movement into the groove if you want to, but whatever you do, remember to have fun! After we've said goodbye, we'll be posting a still screen with keywords and a plenary for your reference regarding this session.
We hope you've really enjoyed getting to know the Batacada, but it doesn't stop there. You can always revisit the hip-hop groove, Bayon groove, or Batacada. The important thing is to keep practicing and to keep playing. Enjoy it. You are now a full-grown bateria.
Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Goodbye.